There's a new chapter unfolding in an already tragic story. It involves Quebec's so-called Duplessis orphans. Between the 1940s and 60s, thousands of children were placed under the protection of the Catholic Church. Many were sexually and physically abused. Now there's a fresh allegation. Lynn Robson explains.
Beside the bustle of the modern day is a patch of land, history covered by time and flowers. Underneath may lie evidence of past wrongs committed against the Duplessis orphans. Their stories of physical and sexual abuse while living in the Catholic Church-run homes are already known. Now, claims of medical abuse. Paul Saint-Aucoin for one. They drugged me till I was a frozen zombie, he says, then they cut up my brain. The scars on his forehead and scalp from lobotomies done when he was 17 and 19.
Sans mon consentement.
Done without my consent, says Saint-Aucoin. There were 20,000 orphans over 3 decades. 7,000 were confined to the psychiatric wing. 5% of them were given lobotomies. And that wasn't all. There were reports of electric shock treatments and high drug doses.
They verified.
And all done in the name of scientific advancement, says Rod Biano. His wife was one of the orphans.
They used the orphans as guinea pigs because they didn't have no one else to do any experiments.
Most orphans survived their experience, but many died at the institution. Then the bodies were brought to this now abandoned cemetery. They were buried in unmarked graves. Hospital records were poor, others were lost, so nobody knows exactly how many people were buried here or how many of them had been victims of medical experimentation. Which is why the orphans want the bodies exhumed.
Exhuming the bodies and subsequent forensic testing might very well lead to conclusions that this kind, or confirmation that this kind of medical experimentation did in fact occur.
And if that's confirmed, the orphans may launch a class action suit. Some have already received compensation for physical and sexual abuse, a total of $25 million paid by the provincial government. Now, Biano wants more money for all the orphans.
And this would finish the case once and for all.
It may take months before a decision is made to dig up the remains. In the meantime, the governments and the Catholic Church refuse to comment. Lynn Robson, CBC News, Montreal.